Honorable Eko Penyin Ochre, who is the regional vice. Dr. Shaibu Bukari is the regional vice chairman in charge of finance. Gabriel Nee Adams, Eric Ofei as well. Faustina Nalamte, Auntie Faustina, thank you for making time. Janet Kwanzaa, Dr. Vincent Asalfo, thank you so much already for all that you've done helping us to put this together. Dr. Vincent, we're grateful. Mr. Martin, Honorable Dr. Kwabna Minta as well, I mentioned that already. All the constituency women organizers, shall we see the constituency women organizers? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Honorable Prisla Ahin, thank you for making time. Honorable Prisla Ahin is also here. The former mayor of Cape Coast. Alhaji Abubakar is also here. And Honorable Kakrayali is also here. And then George Elvis Taylor, also here, who is the constituency chairman. Thank you all. Clap for yourselves for making time to be here. As we go on, I will keep introducing more members of this community that have joined here. If I don't mention your name, it's not because you're less important. Thank you for coming. We'll move straight to our opening remarks. We'll have one from Professor Georgina Yaodro, who is the Associate Professor for the Department of Sociology and Anthropology, who's also the former Director for Center for Gender Research, Advocacy, and Documentation here in University of Cape Coast. After Professor Georgina Yaodro, we will have Honorable Dr. Kwabna Minta Nyako as well. After that, we will have one from Michael Abbey. You all know Honorable Kwabna Minta. He is the Member of Parliament, and so we'll have his word also. And then we'll have Michael. Michael is a programs coordinator for Frederick Elbert Egbert Foundation. Thank you so much. So we'll begin with Professor Georgina Yaodro. Professor Nekaho.
Good morning. Good morning. Fellow monkeys. The Great Premier Hall. We really want you to conduct yourself. So please, as much as possible, let's cooperate and then celebrate this very special day. I'm actually their new hall warden, so that is your welcome for me, so please. Good morning, everyone. Please, I'm very careful to start mentioning names. I know we have honorable members here, I know we have academics here, I know we have different constituents here, and if I try, I'm going to miss out, so please, let me follow up with the protocol established and then greet all of you and welcome you to this very important program. The theme for this year's International Women's Day, which the global community is celebrating, says, invest in women, accelerate progress. So when I say that, invest in women, accelerate progress, you respond, take a stand and join the conversation. Invest in women, accelerate progress. Exactly. We're going to join the conversation this morning to support women and girls in the global agenda. I am honored to stand before you today on this momentous occasion of International Women's Day 2024 to celebrate the achievement of women and girls and also reflect on the journey towards gender equality. If you consider the fact that women form over half of the global population, which means over half of the world's population, and it trickles down to the Ghanaian context, then it is not surprising that the UN, since 2011, has instituted this day, it's actually on the 8th of March annually to celebrate women. But we are celebrating this day today on the theme, Inspiring Social and Economic Inclusion, Women Thriving the 24th Economy. And it falls within the big global theme, because if you're going to ensure the progress of women and their acceleration, then the economic institution is very, very important. As a sociologist, I want to situate this theme within the social structure of Ghana, which is made up of 6 key institutions. When we're talking about the social structure of Ghana, we look at the political institution, both the modern and traditional political institution. And when we pick this, we look at the composition of women, their participation, their involvement, and their leadership. When we pick the religious institution as well, which is another of the social institutions that make up the social structure, we know that women are very dominant in the church or in the various religious groups. But to what extent do they lead? Where lies their voice? How is their participation in that space? It is food for thought and for our reflection. Let's come down to the educational institution, of which the University of Cape Coast is a part. Our own Dr. OPOKU-AGYEMANG far back then mentioned that when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. People have doubted and debated this saying, but the issue is women are the first agents of socialization. When a child drops in the family, it's the mother who is going to do the do's and don'ts of that society. So it is not out of place to talk about women in the educational sector. When we look at the Ghanaian context, when it comes to access at the basic level, we've done much. But what about progression to the tertiary level and above? This is where the leaky pipeline syndrome sets in. Women fall off and we are not at the same par with men. The marriage and family institution is another of the social structure of Ghana. The health institution is also there. But our focus this morning is on the economic institution. The economic institution is about provision, consumption, and distribution of resources. And the theme for today, Inspiring Social and Economic Inclusion, Women Thriving in the 24-Hour Economy, is a theme that holds prevalence in our Ghanaian context and is very, very helpful. And we are really happy to have our keynote speaker, Professor NAANA OPOKU-AGYEMANG, to deliberate and expose us on this theme. If you consider that she was the first female vice-chancellor in a tertiary institution in Ghana, she is a trailblazer, and she's created that pathway for us. So if you are talking about investing in women, accelerating progress, then it's never out of place. Prof, you are welcome. We are happy to have you speak on the issue. We are also going to learn from 3 very seasoned speakers who are going to form the panel and speak to the issue. We have Professor OPOKU-AGYEMANG, the founding director of the Center for Gender Research, Advocacy and Documentation of this university. She comes to the table with a gender and labor background, and she's going to expose us on the theme. We are also very happy to have Professor John Gate, who is the Dean of the School of Business, and who comes to the table with an economic and finance background to also help us appreciate the theme. We have the 3rd panelist in the person of Ms. Bashiratu Kamal, who is a gender activist and also a labor feminist. She also brings to the table with her expertise. So, team, colleagues gathered here, we are happy to have the various women's groups in the university, the director of the Center for Gender Research. This platform or this celebration sets as the stepping stone, because this week we're going to have another celebration on Friday where we speak on the UN theme. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to today's engagement. Please, let's relax, learn, and engage. Let us learn about the 24-hour economy. What is the place of women in this economy in terms of our career development, in terms of our progression generally, if we are going to ensure that humanity really